Okay, so we're doing 7.4, 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3 for homework. 7.4 is circle graphs. Okay, the first part is the homework and circle graphs. You're just going to look at the circle graph that shows a picture of a circle graph and answer the questions. What percent of foreign students are from South Korea? So you just find South Korea and it says 11%. See how easy that is? Just read the graph. Together, what percentage of foreign students are from China and Taiwan? So you're going to add these two up. 13 plus 5. That's as easy as this. So 18%. Okay? Number 4 is like there's approximately 625,000 foreign students studying in the United States. So how many are from Nepal? What you do is you need to get a number. Nepal is, where is it? So you need to find 2.5% of what it tells you the total is. You should know how to do that because we did percentages, right? If you want to find 2.5% of what the total was, it was 625,000, is what? So you put your is over your of equals percent over 100. So all you're going to do is multiply these two, divide by 100, and you'll know how many students are from Nepal. Okay. The rest of that page is pretty self-explanatory. On the next page, it wants you to make a circle graph. Okay. It gives you this picture, and it wants you to do a circle graph for these percentages right here. These percentages should add up to what? 100%, right? So it should take up the whole circle. And what they did on the circle down here, that they want you to, you can either make a copy of this or just draw it on your own paper, if you can hold it up and draw it. They have a little mark for, they have 100 marks in here. So it's for every percent. You want to zoom into it? Yeah. Yeah, if you want to copy it, you can zoom in and make 2 on a page or something. You have to do 2 circle graphs, 11 and 13. So you can make 2 on a page if you want to copy it. What you want to do is, you can count 57, but easier than counting 57 if you start with these other numbers. You can start with 5 and just do a line here to the middle, and then go back 5 and draw a line. Okay? Then go back another 5 and draw a line. So that's those 2. 15, go back 15, that should be a fourth of it, 25, right? 15 and 10, so that should be a quarter of it. And then the 18, if you count the 18 down here and draw your line, there should be 57 left right there. Okay? So if you forgot how to do it, you can watch the video and see the exact answer, right? But I didn't show you the answer for 13. You can use that example for doing 13. It's not that hard. Okay, 8.1. I probably didn't even need to cover 7.4, but I did anyway. Okay, 8.1. Linear measures. What do you think that means? Yeah, lines. Like measurements, like in a line. Like measuring something. Okay? Like inches, yards, like that. And it's using American units, so you'll probably want to put these units down Most of them you probably know. This one you probably don't know. You probably want to make sure and write this one down. 5,280 feet equals a mile. Other ones you know, 3 feet a yard, 12 inches is a foot. You probably know 36 inches is a yard, but if you don't, you know how to figure it out. But you may want to go ahead and put those down so you can use them while you're converting stuff. Okay, so what you want to do here is it says 1 yard is how many feet? Okay, look back at that thing. How many feet did it say is in a yard? 3 feet. Some of them you can do just by doing that, but eventually it's going to go to, how about if it's backwards? What if it says 1 foot is how much of a yard? It's not 3 yards. Okay, let's show this. 1 foot. Okay, if we use a multiplier that's equal to 1, it won't change this, right? Okay, let's put feet down here, yards up here. 1 yard is 3 foot, right? Okay, so multiply 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3. It's 1/3 of a yard. How about 84 inches is how many feet? Okay, let's use that multiplier that is equal to 1. We have inches down here because we need to cancel our inches. See here, we can cancel feet. Inches, what were we going to? Feet. Okay, do we put 12 feet is 1 inch? No, we put 1 foot is 12 inches, right? That way you'll know whether to multiply or divide by how many are in there, if you put this on there. 84 times 1 is 84, 1 times 12 is 12. Do 84 divided by 12? You get 7. So 84 inches is 7 feet. This is called a unit multiplier because you're multiplying by 1. 1 is a unit. So you can use your unit multiplier to multiply. How about if we have a fraction? Do you have some with fractions? Not in the part that you see, huh? How about if we said 30 feet is how many yards? This is going to be kind of like your number 17. It's not exactly, but it's like 17. Okay, put 30 feet. Put your unit multiplier with feet on bottom, where you're going to on top. Now what are the numbers that correspond to yards and feet? 1 yard.
So 1 yard is 3 feet.
1 yard is 3 feet. So you got 30 times 1, 1 times 3. So 30 divided by 3 is going to be 10. 10 yards. What if it was 20 feet? You would do 1 yard is 3 foot, same multiplier, right? 20 over 3. That doesn't come out exact, does it? Okay, so turn it into a mixed number if it's improper like that. How many times will 3 go into 20?
6.
6 is 18, 2 left over. So that would be 6 2/3 of a yard. So if you have one that doesn't come out exact, turn it into a mixed number. How about in inches and in yards? Let's do 540 inches equals how much of a yard? Okay. If you want to go ahead and leave it like this, and just put your inches down here to figure it out. Okay, 1 yard is how many inches? 36. So you do 540 over 36. So does that divide evenly? No? How many times will it go? 1, right?
Yeah.
36 go into 180? 6 exactly? No, 5. 5. 5 times 6 is 30, yeah. So that was exactly 15 yards. I thought I was coming out with one that was like going to come out not exact. But you can handle it if it does, right? I just made up a number. Let's do a mile one. How about, let's do 126,720 inches is what part of a mile? Or how many miles? Okay, let's put inches down here. Did they have inches in a mile? They only had feet in a mile, didn't they? Okay, let's find out. Let's do it where we're going to have to do it in 2 steps then. We need to go inches into feet because we know how many feet are in a mile. Then we need to go feet into miles. See, the inches are going to cancel out, feet will cancel out, and we'll know how many miles. So for every 1 foot, there's 12 inches, right? And what was the numbers for miles and feet? 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Okay. So let's multiply 12 times 5280 to see what we're going to have on the bottom. 12 times 5280 is what? 63,360. So 126,720 divided by 63,360 is what? 2? So it's 2 miles. That's how many inches are in 2 miles. There's 63,360 inches in 1 mile. Okay, you're going to be doing a lot of that converting. 8.2, you're going to like this a lot better, okay? This was the American system, and it was kind of confusing, right? A little bit. Inches, 12 and 3 and 5,280, all these numbers that you had to multiply or divide by. Okay, metric's going to be a lot easier. 8.2, we're doing the linear measures in metric. All you have to do when you're converting in metric is move the decimal place. Isn't that going to be easier? Just move, move, move. Okay, there's a little saying to say what order the metric system goes in. It's called, the saying goes, King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk. Okay, there's 2 D's, so we have a problem there, right?
Yeah.
Because we have deci and deca. You know how this is centi and milli? You've heard of those? This one's the one that ends in a I also. This is deci. So this is deca. And this is either for meters, liters, or grams. So the liters are going to be the same order. See, this is going to be the M right here. This will be kilometers, hectometers, Deca, is DECA or DEKA? Decameter. These all have M's after them. So you got KM, HM, DAM, M, DM, CM, and MM. Okay, so it's going to be the same order for liter. Kiloliter, hectoliter, decaliter, deciliter, centiliter, milliliter. Same thing for grams. Kilogram, hectogram, decagram, decigram, and centigram, centigram, and milligram. Okay. Does anybody feel jumpy today? Does anybody feel active? We're going to be hopping around, okay? Anybody feel like a rabbit today? Grasshopper? No? Too bad. Because we need to be a grasshopper today. Okay. The way it shows you in the book, sometimes it says to multiply by 10 or 100 or multiply by 0.1. Don't do that. Just use this right here and you can do any conversions, okay? In a metric. Okay, if you have 1 kilometer, you want to know how many meters it is. Okay? You start out with the 1 kilometer here. Let's say you're a frog and you're on this lily pad right here. You're on the kilometers. That's where you started, kilometers. Okay, how many times do you have to hop to get over to the meters? 1, 2, 3 to the right. That's where your decimal is going to go. 3 to the right. So there's 1,000 meters in a kilometer. Okay? If you have 1 meter, you want to know the kilometers. Okay, you're starting here. Okay, this time the frog is hopping to the left though. Still 1, 2, 3. You're not counting the lily pad he's already sitting on, right? Don't count where you start. Count 1, 2, 3. So where's the decimal right here if it's on the 1? It follows it, right? If you're going this way, don't start over here because that's not where your decimal is. You're going to start where the decimal is and go 3 times. 1, 2, 3. If it starts with a decimal, what do you do?
Put a 0.
0 in front of it. 0.001. So that's all you have to have this thing here for you to just see how many times you need to hop. That's why I got another piece of paper so we can keep that up there while we're doing it. Okay, let's say we have 4.733 meters. Then we want to know how many hectometers or hectometers. I don't know for sure how they say that. Hectometers. So, how many times do we move our decimal? 1, 2 to the left. Start right here. 1, 2. So it's going to be 0.04733 hectometers, right? Let's do something starting farther over here. Let's do like 16.727 millimeters is how many decimeters? Okay, millimeters to decimeters. You're starting here. How many times? Which direction?
2.
1, 2 to the left. 2 to the left. 1, 2. So it starts with a decimal and you put 0.16727. Isn't that easier?
Yes.
then multiplying or dividing by 12 and all that. You don't have to use a calculator. All you gotta do is hop around. Are you feeling hoppy now?
Yeah.
We're hoppy. We're a hoppy class. Now see why this homework could be combined? It's no big deal. It's not real hard. Okay, on the page 480, it has you do the length of the calculator. You don't have to actually measure one. It told you it's 18 centimeters. So it has a specific calculator it's talking about. So you're going to go from centimeters to meters, and you're going to go from centimeters to millimeters. Okay? You're going to have to do two different answers for each one of these. If you want to, just write you a table like this. It might be easier. You have to do a lot of that page. So just make you a table and do your work off to the side somewhere. That way you can fill it in easier. Okay, that's 8.2. We have one more section, right? 8.3. That sounds like fun. Converting between American and metric. Yeah, we're back to not so fun anymore.
No more hoppy?
No more hoppiness. We were only hoppy for 2.
Well, that sucks.
Okay, you guys really do want to write all these numbers down. Write that table down somewhere so you can use those numbers.
Which one?
All of them.
This right here?
8.3 table, page 481. And that way you'll have it written down and you can use them from your notes. Just like you want to have this table right here, King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk. You want that to be somewhere you can use it when you're doing your homework. Okay?
So, does this mean 1 inch in American?
Yes, American inch is 2.54 centimeters. They put an extra 0, you don't really have to have that. Okay, so I'll write down a problem to start using some of those. You're still writing them down, but in fact, I'll write them down. 1 inch, 2.54 centimeters. 1 foot, 0.305 meters. 1 yard, 0.914 meters. 1 mile, 1.609 kilometers. 0.621 miles is 1 kilometer. We're getting to the ones here now. 1 meter, 1.094 yards. 1 meter, 3.281 feet. 1 meter, 39.370 inches. Okay, so we'll have that while we're working. We'll put it off to the side over here.
Connie,
Okay,
when
yes.
you grade my homework, do I leave it with you or I have to go?
Your homework? Leave it with me and you grade it when you come back. Okay, 8.3. We have a problem. Let me see. Let's do 2 meters is how many feet? Oops, what did it where you can see it? 2 meters equals how many feet? Okay. Okay, remember how we did the unit thing before with the meter down here? We did the thing down on the bottom so you could cancel it out. Find one of our metric and American conversions. There'll be 2 of them. Here's one of the 1 meters in feet here. And 1 meter is this many feet. So you can use either one. If you put the 1 meter down here, you'll be multiplying the numbers. That would probably be the better one to use. Where you have a 1 down here and you just have to multiply the top. So let's do 1 meter equals 3.281 3.281 feet. So 2 times 3.281. 6.562 is how many feet there are. Okay, so if you look at these, see there's inches, that you can almost choose 2 for almost anything, but not always. See, this has centimeters and inches. You don't have a centimeters and inch down here. But for feet and meters, you have 2 choices. For yards and meters, you have 2 choices. And for miles and kilometers, you have 2 choices. So for a lot of them, you have 2 choices. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do something in inches to meters. 76 inches is how many meters? Okay, that was one that we couldn't choose, right? Inches and meters, you have to use this one, don't you? Okay, so put the inches on bottom. 1 goes with the meter. Inches go to the bottom because it's on top there. You want it to cancel. Inches is 39.370. So you're going to divide. Put 76 divided by 39.370. And you can do that on a calculator. I don't see why not. It's a lot of work to do on by hand. 1.9304 is how many meters it is. Okay? Do we want to do some more of these, or you think you kind of got it? Kind of got it? You have another table that you're going to do a lot of converting on. This table right here. They gave you one of the things, you've got to find all the other ones. 8.5 is the width of a piece of typing paper. So you go from inches to meters to find that number, inches to millimeters to find that number, inches to centimeters for that one, inches to yards for that one. You want to do one of them that's not one of your homeworks? I know you want to do the homework one, but let's do one that's not your homework. Just see what all we're going to do with it. Let's see, the length of, the very last one, the height of the Central Plaza in Hong Kong, 409 yards. Okay, 409 yards, and you're going to pick which one you want to do. Since centimeters is the first blank, let's go to centimeters first. What do we need down here on bottom? We need yards. If it says yards here, you need yards down here. Do we have a yards to centimeters? So we're going to have to do 2 of them, huh? Yep. Okay. 409 yards. What can we go to? And then from that, we can go to centimeters. From yards? From yards we can go, let me see, centimeters, we have inches. We really need to get to inches, don't we? To get to centimeters? Can we go from yards to inches?
Yeah.
What about the last chapter? Didn't it say how many inches are in a yard? 36 inches in a yard, right? If not, you'll have to do 3 of them. If you don't remember the 36 inches in a yard, you'll have to do. Let's do it this way. You go yards to inches to centimeters. Okay? Yards goes down here. Inches will go down here. Does everybody see why I'm putting them where I'm putting them? Yeah, cancel? Yeah. Okay. How many inches are in a yard? 36. How many inches in centimeters? It's centimeters in 1 inch, isn't it? 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So you just multiply all three of those numbers. You'll know how many centimeters there are. You know what? The next column is inches. If you look at this, we went from yards straight to centimeters. From yards we went to centimeters. We could do this column first. Just do this times this and find out the inches. That way you could have this column already done. 36 times 409. 14,724 inches. And then times 2.54 will give you centimeters.
37,398.96.
37,398.96. So
That's
we
what I
have
the first time.
the yards.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, if you both play all three of those, you got that.
Yeah, okay, that's what I
Okay.
did.
Yeah. But we needed the inches too, so just when you multiply that, you can wrote it down right away and then multiply that one. Okay, so that gives you the centimeters, inches, then you need the meters and millimeters. Okay, let's go to meters. Which one of these do we want to convert to meters? Why don't we do this one that we just have to move the decimal on? If we go metric, all we gotta do is move our decimal. If we use 37,398.96 in centimeters, we're going to meters. Okay, remember our thing here? Okay. Centimeters, 2 times back. So from here, you're going to go 2 times back. It'll be right there. 373 point will be there instead. 9896.
I like that one better.
That's how many meters. It's way better, isn't it? Moving the decimal. Okay. How about the last one wants you to go to millimeters. We can go from centimeters to millimeters or from the one we just did. Either way, you've got the same numbers. If you're going from centimeters, it's a lot closer. That was the centimeters to millimeters is 1 time. Move it 1 time to the right. So that makes it 373989.6, and then you can go back and put your comma. So that would have been the very last column right there.
Oh,
From centimeters,
yes,
it was right here.
I did meters.
From meters, you'd have to move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, it still ends up in the same place.
Okay.
So you can convert from either one of them, it should come out the same. Okay, and after that is a mid-chapter review. So if your weekend is real free, you can do all your homework and your mid-chapter review for extra credit. And is there any more questions before you start on your homework? No? Now everybody can do their homework, and we'll turn some lights on. Grade your old homework and start on your new. Yeah, you used to hear people say, oh, we should convert everything to metric, and people are like, no, no, no. But see why? All you move is the decimal. It's like, oh, duh, no wonder they wanted to. But we're so used to gallons and quarts, and they're trying slowly, I think, to convert us because they're doing liters and stuff. They're starting to do our drinks in liters and stuff like that. So they're converting me little bits at a time. Little kids, they won't care. If everything's metric, they'll just, okay, fine.